Hi, everyone. Welcome to Life is Better with Lead Generation. It's lunchtime, so I hope all of you have grabbed your favorite snack, sandwich, or smoothie, and we can go ahead and get started. I just want to recap what we did last week, and we had our special guest, Chris Norton, who walked us through some of the more details of what it takes to post a Facebook ad, because we were still talking about Facebook for lead generation. You get to post a Facebook ad and generate contacts and leads out of that. Cost is very minimal, 20, 30 bucks. We offered that you could use some of our listings that are out there, to find buyers, especially for new agents. Typically how we get started is with buyers. So that was what we covered last week. This week, we're moving on to LinkedIn. And as all of you know, LinkedIn is more of a professional to professional connection, or what we call B2B, business to business. So you as a real estate agent are in fact a business. And now you can connect with other people whose professional profiles are on the LinkedIn, much like a Facebook, but in a different way. This has a different tone to it. But it is another sort of social media channel that you definitely want to make sure that you are posting and connecting with people in this tool. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my Facebook profile page up, and I'm just going to go to the home page. And in it, we see, again, I've branded myself here with my little Lori O'Neill Real Estate, so that when I comment or like content on here, people know that I'm a real estate agent. I'm just going to go to my profile page actually so that you can see some of the details further down in this. So, okay, Lori O'Neill Real Estate. That's what shows up when people click on my profile. I am associated with Keller Williams. Couple of tips and tricks here in your profile. What college did you go to? Because alumni like to work with alumni. So you want to make sure you've connected. Again, on the tickler, the 150-point tickler, who did you go to college with? Who did you go to high school with? Who did you go to grade school with? Those are connections. Think of them in terms of sororities or fraternities, those special groups that we, feel connected with. It's an automatic connection for you to open up a conversation when lead generating. I have my banner here and I have my little profile picture here. And this is about reminding people I am a real estate agent. Due to change in our culture, they're now asking you to add pronouns. So you can go ahead and fill that in if you so prefer. Okay, let's look at my contact information. Okay, I have my LinkedIn profile. You can cut and paste that and put that in your email address, and we'll get to that too in our session here. But these are your profile links that you want to send out to people so that they can also connect with you. Here's the website. Make sure your KW website is here so that people can click on that and do their home searches. Of course, we have to put in our information as to where our office is and all that contact information. Oh, look, an email address. Make sure your email address is there. Your cell phone number is there. And make sure it's visible. It's not private, so that people know how to get in touch with you. Also, I'm able to connect with Twitter. So things that I post on LinkedIn will automatically populate to Twitter. So those are a couple of things when you're setting up the profile. I hope all of you have a profile page. If you don't, we need to get you started in setting up that profile page and all the appropriate details to make you visible, to make you found, okay? So here's some analytics that's on the home page, et cetera, et cetera. So let's get started. People you may know is over here on the right-hand side. So you want to open all these up and say, do I know them? Do I or do I not? Do I want to create a relationship with these people? How are they connected with me? And you're going to click on connect. But what I would prefer that you start with first is anybody and everybody that you know, start searching their names and start connecting with them. So you want to put in, I'm going to put in here, Frank Homer. Oh, realtor PMP. Let's see what we got going on.
Hopefully he's got a page.
Look, Frank, Princeton, New Jersey. I'm not connected with Frank. Oh my gosh. I've known him for years. We have to get connected with him. So guys, hit connect, add a customized note to this to connect with people. It kicks you off starting the relationship. Frank, oh my gosh, how have you been? Let's stay in touch. Okay, so this is what you want to do with this. And send. Okay, now, once you've gone through your little tickler list and you go through all your schools, you go through all your hobbies, and many of you had a prior career, okay? I spent 25 years in the pharmaceutical industry. I had a prior career. You don't think I wasn't clicking and making sure that I was connected to everybody? So that's what you want to do in LinkedIn. Also note that this is also your resume. So you want to self-promote your resume. And one thing I really want to emphasize here in LinkedIn is that if you had a prior career, you have transferable skills from that prior career to real estate. Did you do contract negotiation? Did you manage service listing agreements? Were you a project manager? That means that you can actually outline the whole process of the real estate transaction, put in the dates, and manage to those dates. Were you in PR and communication? That means your relationship with that client, you have excellent communication skills. Bring it to the table and highlight that in this. This is your resume. This is your professional resume. So make sure you have anything and everything that you can do, to promote yourself here in LinkedIn. Stop for questions. Kavitha, I know you're going to have a question. Can you talk and ask a question? Anyone have a question?
I was just going to say, try Petra too.
Petra, do you have a question? I'm sorry, I don't mean to neglect the office, but the office is always on the call. So I assume you have this. Do you want me to connect with you too, Petra?
Yeah, just put, yeah.
Okay, so let's
You
put
have to
Petra.
do this separately from your regular page, right?
Petra, we're connected. If you
Okay.
see a first here, we're connected.
Great.
So look at what Petra posted. Petra posted things in her, let's look at her full profile. Oh, look, KW, good job. Petra doesn't have a banner. Petra doesn't have a banner. And again, like Facebook, you might want to change this every 2 weeks, at least twice a month.
Okay.
So, oh, Petra hasn't posted lately.
Nope.
So this is where you want to, continue to engage people that are potential customers, clients, relationship building, etc. So I'll go back to the home page here. And just to let you know, let's go to my network. So my connections here in LinkedIn are 12,184. Contacts 439, and people that I follow, groups, etc. So, and here, when I went into contacts, let's see who else I might know. Well, it looks like the algorithm of LinkedIn is suggesting other real estate agents. I don't need to network with other real estate agents unless they're KW agents and they're out of my territory, because I want to create referrals out of this too. Okay, so just remember that. That's a little tip and trick of real estate agents that you might want to connect with. Okay, oh, look, we got Tabitha. She's a Keller Williams agent. Let's just take a look at where she is. She's in Red Oak, Texas. I might want to connect with her and set up that contact so that I have a referral from her. And she has a referral from me. Any questions? Okay, let's go on to, let's nurture the relationships. So I go on to notifications, and here's my news feed. Okay, and this is what I do. I didn't do this morning, but in the morning I get up. Who can I comment and engage with? Oh, look, these two people here started a job. Let's click on them, say congrats. All you have to do is click on save congrats, send, send, send. If you want to send a gift after that, congratulations, and it's sent. And then you click this off, it's already sent. Let's go to some more notifications. Who's celebrating birthdays? Everybody loves a birthday wish. Click on this. Oh, look at all these people. Click, 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 click. send a little message if you want. Let's send happy birthday. You can add to it. Here, happy birthday. Have a great day. You should personalize it a little bit and hit send. Okay. You can do a birthday gift if you want. Happy birthday, everybody. And I can't even tell you how many people write back thank you. They actually appreciate this. And I'll show you where that is. So if you go to messaging, here's thank you, Lori. Congrats on your promotion. Thank you. And respond back. You're welcome. Make sure you respond back. That's the connection. And all the way down. So that's the simple overview of LinkedIn. It's definitely a communication channel. It's a lead generation channel, potential finding leads. It's another social media channel, if you will, for connecting, nurturing. Any questions? I want to keep it simple. We can go into further details, but you know, life is good with lead generation. I will tell you that.
I had a question, Lori.
Okay, Frank, go ahead.
What's your experience in, let's say, exporting these contacts out of or LinkedIn and getting them into my command database?
Okay, so they have prohibited that now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go into my settings and privacy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe it's here, and it says get a copy of your data or manage your data and activity, and it was they've changed this a little bit where, because I had pulled down, to be honest with you, I pulled down spreadsheets prior to the change.
Right.
And
yeah,
and go ahead.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up obviously intentionally. I experienced the same thing. You know, when they say download your data, they mean just you.
Just your data, yes.
Because all of the other contact information, all those contacts the data belongs to the individual. And unfortunately, it's not that easy to get this out. And I'm not sure if there's I don't think there's any other software tools that would allow a synchronization, you know, of the databases. And it's just something to point out to people. You can still obviously get the information as you go through off of their contact cards individually. You know, I'd say start with the most important people to you, but get them over into your command database so you can follow up with them there as well.
Yes.
It is challenging. I don't know if the other social platforms allow it, but now with all the data privacy rights, you know, when you do the export here, it's kind of funny. Nothing comes over. I believe just their names come over, but no contact information, no emails, no cell phones, no addresses, no nothing. So,
so Frank, here to that point. So I just went into visibility of your profile and network. So this was there. You have to go in and authorize who can see or download your email address. Anyone on LinkedIn, as far as I'm concerned, take my name and email address. Okay. So the individual user may not allow that. But you can also make sure that when you're connected to them, that, you know, people in business, one of the things that one of the major trends we're seeing is that while Indeed is, it has replaced Monster, because Indeed seems to coordinate all those job search sites into one master job search site. It's almost the, you know, the lead or king of all the job search sites. So it pulls in from all different locations. But what you're also finding is that because LinkedIn is more of a resume, and if there are key search words there, your headhunters are actually going in here and doing keyword searches in locations and being able to identify candidates, and they will send you information directly. So you need to be able to, you know, if you're job searching, you want people to be able to contact you. And there are actually settings in LinkedIn that if you do not want a headhunter contacting you, then you put that in there that you are not looking for a job and you do not want to be contacted. So the individual user of LinkedIn is the one in control of who sees what information. So here I had this only who can download or see your email address only visible to me. Nope. I want anyone to see my information and download it. If someone can see your email address, they could contact you directly. Absolutely. Make sure this is yes on your profile as a real estate agent. You're not stealth.
They can also message you. I believe even if you don't share it, they can message you through LinkedIn, and then you can decide to share it with them.
Right. Only if you're a connection. Now, in the business platform that they charge for, they anybody who wants to be messaged, you'd have to be a part of that network to message other people. So there's a sort of a hierarchy of messaging also in LinkedIn. Choose if connections can see your connections list. I have no here. So the question is, who can see your connections list? Well, this might be good if I would like to provide services. If someone were to call me a colleague and we're trying to connect with people, hey, wait a second, go on my LinkedIn profile. Who are you networking with? Because if I can make an introduction for you, I would happily do that. So that's where you provide a service to a client, a potential client, in being able to connect them with somebody, just like you want them to connect you with people. So go ahead and say yes. Saved. Who can see your last name? Representing your organizations. Who can, show your name and profile with other content shown on LinkedIn. Your information can be presented with content such as job postings, company pages, insights, etc. So public interest can include a service like you. So this is a matter of, do you want yes or no on that? Profile discovery. Should we allow provided services such as Outlook or recruitment tools to find and display information on your profile? I said no. I don't want people recruiting me to another job. That's not what I'm interested in. So that helps with people trying to contact me. And I don't, quite frankly, want other real estate brands calling me either, even though, that's just my personal preference. So, and so on. Blocking, you can actually block people should you come into a situation where you're harassed. You can block people. So, visibility of your LinkedIn activity. You want people to know that you're active on LinkedIn because then you have a following. So this setup and these details around LinkedIn, we probably should, if the office needs it, we probably should walk people through getting this set up in detail and making it work for them. But the assumption here is that you already have a LinkedIn account. We've highlighted some of the key things that will jumpstart you in being visible, being found, but more importantly, connecting with people that you know so that you can create your database or add to your database. And this is sometimes a forgotten tool because it's a business tool, but you are a business. We are reaching out to individuals to conduct business. A real estate transaction is a business transaction, and it's a lot of money.
Right.
Comments, questions, feedback. We got some chat items here. Okay, go ahead.
I'll just comment that, when you look at these different social platforms like Facebook versus LinkedIn, they could be two different groups of people. And you couldn't leverage it that way. You could leverage it by design to approach those two different groups differently. Say, for example, your Facebook account's your residential client base, and maybe the LinkedIn is your investor commercial client base. Something, just a slight difference on that. Maybe your Instagram is your luxury. Just think about that too. There's a different strategy behind each of these. They work a little bit differently. People use them differently, and yeah, just something else good to keep in mind. I've been on LinkedIn for a long time now, longer than anything else, and that's where the majority of my contacts are. But I've been building up, Facebook now in parallel to that. So great session today.
To that point, I just want to add something. So the one thing for me is I'm engaged in that Legacy International for the builder's new construction certification. I have a new listing, which is land. And while it's commercial land at the moment, there is the opportunity to transition it to residential use, of which I'm exploring that. So my objective for the next 4 weeks after getting that listing is I am building my small to medium-sized builder contacts to network with, and they will also be included in my LinkedIn settings if they have a presence, and they will definitely be on my Facebook because I need to get this land sold. I need to get a builder in there who can draw up the plans to put in a use variant so that they can build houses on it. So
Right.
thank you for, making that statement.
Sure thing.
We good for
Anybody else?
today? Anybody else? Thank you.
Yeah. Tawana, Kavitha,
I'm good.
No,
Good.
good, thank you.
Good. Thank you.
okay. Lori, thank you so much for today.
Oh, you're so